I know what you're thinking, but Shug, is that a Flexi-rod set? And also, is this the second hairstyle tutorial video you've done in 2 weeks? As a matter of fact, it is. Peace YouTube, who is Sugar? I'm back real quick with the sort of semi-tutorial video, but it's gonna be real quick, I promise, because I'm so hungry, baby. Okay, you know I'm real long-winded, but this is gonna be a really quick video. I'm gonna show you all how I achieved this Flexi-rod set on some slightly dirty hair. It was kind of dirty. Well, it really wasn't that dirty. It was more dry. So my hair was slightly shady. And since my hair was already in a stretch state, I was like, let me go ahead and try to do a Flexi-rod set on my hair to see how it turns out. So if you want to know how I got my hair to look like this, stay tuned. Alright, so you're going to need a few things to achieve this hairstyle. Of course, you're going to need a little bit of hair. Now, my hair was previously stretched via a tension blow dry, but you can also achieve this on wet hair. And I believe I may have a video that I never posted, and if I do have a video, I'll insert it somewhere along the lines of here. I use a comb for parting. I use the click-clack things, one, to section my hair to make it easier for myself. I also use a foaming setting lotion and some jojoba oil for shine. And you're also gonna need some Flexi-rods. I don't know how I almost forgot that. My son was like, did you use the rods? I'm like, yeah, I did. So I used the purple rods to rod my hair. Now, how many you use will depend on how big you want your sections to be and also how much hair you have. So I believe I use 5 here, 5 here, and 6 here and 6 here. So the first thing you want to do is section your hair into 4s, and I started working from the back. Now, you may want to make sure that the area is completely detangled. You can use your fingers to detangle, or you can use the comb to detangle. Once you're free of all the knots and tangles, you're going to apply a generous amount of the foaming setting lotion to your section and just break it through with your fingers. Next, I followed up with some jojoba oil. So once you have all the product distributed evenly in your hair, you're then going to grab your Flexi-rod. You're going to place your hair at one end of the Flexi-rod, and then you're going to begin to roll. So you're going to overlap the end of your hair a few times so that you want the ends of your hair to be nice and smooth, and you're going to roll and roll and roll until you get to the base of your head. Hey, Buddha. That's a Buddha.
They can't see her.
Oh, they can't? Say hey! Where am I? Here?
Okay, now they can see her.
Hey! Say hey, YouTube! Okay, she wants to go. Okay. Don't come over here now, ma'am. What was I saying? Roll your hair until you get to the base. And once you get to the base or your scalp, you're then going to fold the other end of the Flexi-rod so that it's nice and secure. So you're going to fold it towards the closed end, not towards the open end, because if you fold it towards the open end, then it's just going to fall out. And you're going to work your magic all over your head. So again, before I was rudely interrupted, you're going to take a section of your hair. You're going to make sure that it's free of knots and tangles. You're going to apply a generous amount of the foaming setting lotion. Follow that with some jojoba oil or any oil of your choice. You're then going to take the hair and place the hair at one end of the Flexi-rod. You're going to start to roll the hair, but when you roll it at the end, just make sure you overlap a little bit so that it doesn't unravel. And you're going to continue to roll and roll and roll until you get to the base. Now, I will say this, when you're working on the front, you want to roll this side this way, like towards the back, and you want to roll this side this way towards the back so that your curls are going this way and not this way. Does that make sense? You want it to be like you're opening your curtains and not like you're closing your curtains. That makes sense. And now that your hair is all rolled, you need to let it dry. So you have lots of options to let it dry. You can go to sleep on it and hope for the best and take it out the next morning or the next 2-3 days, depending on the porosity of your hair. I know for me, I'm not about that life. I cannot sleep with rollers or anything in my head because 1, it's uncomfortable, and 2, my sleep is so precious and my daughter's over there acting crazy. I don't need that extra variable in my life. You can also let it air dry. So if you have like a fan, you could just get your little Diva fan on and be out there flourishing in the fan. You can also let it dry via movement. So put on your dancing shoes and get to twirling and just hope that enough of this and twirling will help your hair dry. Or if you are really impatient, you can sit under the dreaded hair dryer. I don't know what it is about the heat under the hair dryer, but I swear that's like the worst form of heat ever in life. But we want this to be a positive experience. So what we're gonna do while we're under the dryer, we're going to find our happy place. So we're going to pretend that we're on an island and you have somebody bringing you cheesecake and something to drink, and everything is going to be okay. We're on the beach and it's nice and the wind is blowing, and the heat that you're feeling from the dryer is actually the heat coming from the ocean and the sand.
But you at home though.
Oh, yeah, I guess we are at home, and you probably don't have people bringing you cheesecake and water, but you can always read a book, right? Okay, so now that your hair is completely dry, all you have to do is take them out. So what I like to do is just take a little bit of jojoba oil and rub it all over my hands. 1, to reduce any flyaways, and 2, to add some additional shine. So you're going to start from the back. If you can find where your flexi-rod, the tip of your flexi-rod is located, you're going to unhook the flexi-rod and you're just going to unravel. Now make sure you unravel in the opposite direction. I know that may seem like duh, but it can get really confusing. You're like, I don't know, and you end up with like a tangled mess. So just take your time with the whole unraveling process. Now that you have removed all the flexi rods, you can leave it like that and channel your inner Shirley Temple, or you can separate some of the sections to have a fuller look. So I went with separating. Again, add a little bit of oil to your hands to add some shine and to reduce the frizz. Now be careful when you separate. You don't want to get overzealous and then you end up with like a big old afro, which nothing is wrong with that, but that's not the look that we're going for. Now when you undo the sections, you may have to kind of twirl it back to get the general shape. And boom, you are all set. The only thing now you have to do is go outside and have your cameraman or camera woman take some photographs of you. And I'll go ahead and insert some additional photos here. So I guess this is me being fabulous outside, and this is me being more fabulous outside, and then I brought the fabulousness indoors and we had a photo shoot jumping off in the crib. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. If you missed my last video, I'm going to link it here on the screen, as well as place the link down below in the bottom bar. And I was so surprised by the response that I received from many of you all. Several of you guys did the hairstyle. You thought it was really easy and you sent me photographs. So here are your photographs. Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for my son was in the background like this. Woo! Alright guys, I'm rambling. I said it was going to be a quick video. Alright, again, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I will see you all next Tuesday, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe. See you then. Be blessed.